Okay, welcome everyone to episode number 4 of the Entrepreneur Empowerment Series. It's great to have you with us. We've had a very diverse group of attendees on the webinar. We've just had a chat with those joining us from Pakistan, Dubai, Qatar, Nigeria, Lebanon, Bangladesh, Saudi, Tunisia. I hope I didn't forget any country, but welcome to all of those who have joining us on the webinar live and everyone who's joining us on social media, on the live streams. So today's session is going to be about developing your digitization strategy. And we're going to have a nice discussion on different aspects of that topic. So I'm Shadi Banna, I'm your host for today. And I'll be leading the different discussions. But I want to kick it off with a quote that I'd like you to reflect on. So some people don't like change, but you need to embrace change. This is a quote from Elon Musk. I'm sure you know him. And today, I mean, in this period, we've been, over the past year or more, we've been really exposed to a lot of changes that were not in our hands. But those that do embrace change and they embrace the changes that have been put in front of us are actually able to make the most out of it and succeed. So we need to, whether we like it or not, embrace the change, even though it's not necessarily in our natural, abilities to do that easily. Basically, everyone sort of tries to resist naturally change, but we need to push ourselves to accept those changes. So today's session is going to be about, like we said, digitization, and we're going to talk about how do you develop your digitization strategy, specifically in the face of the changes that we've faced through the COVID disruption. So we're going to go through these different segments. You'll see the different segments come on board as we go along. What I want to make sure is that you've all registered onto the potential.com/SME program platform page. As we said, you could register for free and you could participate and make use of a lot of practical learning that's available for you. So these webinars include a snippet of different pieces of learning, but there are hundreds and hundreds of hours of learning inside that is available for you for free. There are a lot of expertise that you can tap into also for free. And there are special offers that have been designed for small and medium businesses. Some of them are also free trials and different kinds of engagements. So far, we've had some really great coverage of the program in different markets that we've been focusing on, and we continue to roll out the program in new territories and new markets. And the great thing is that we've had a lot of diverse participation, like we have today on the webinar. People are joining from everywhere. In the past 2 weeks, Nigeria has been leading the number of participants who have been joining into the program. So congratulations, Nigeria, for making the most of this opportunity. Let's see if other countries are going to pick up the pace and take over the registrations coming from Nigeria. The other great thing is that we have participants who have joined in the past 2 weeks from over 36 countries, and most of them are the target audience we're trying to reach, which are either the CEO, founder, or owner of the small business or startup, or part of the leadership team. So about 95% of those that have joined from these different markets represent that kind of profile. So that's great. So today we have a list of speakers. Well, I'm going to explain or introduce them to you in a bit, but we're going to kick it off with our very own Lujain Abdel Baki. Lujain is going to be taking you through the tips, tools, and resources that are available on the platform itself. So Lujain,
thank you, Shadi.
Over to you. Welcome. So
thanks a lot, everyone.
Lujain is going to take us through the experience of submitting, basically coming in as a business owner. And what business do you own, Lujain?
I own a gym.
Okay, so Lujain is a fanatic when it comes to health. He's an instructor, health instructor, a fitness instructor, and he's joining now as a business owner onto the platform. He registered as a business owner who has his own gym. Over to you, Lujain, to take us through
Thanks a lot,
what you experienced.
Sure. So basically, as you can see, that I've just registered into the platform from the registration form on potential.com/SME. And the moment I register, I go into the process of an entrepreneur. So I just access, there's an overview video, as the first unit, which I won't play right now, so you can play it at your own pace later. And there's below it the survey questions where you can start to answer. So what am I? So for example, I'm the founder, and then there's, if my business is a woman-led businesses, of course, like there's too many trainers and instructors that are also women. And there's another question for the trade license. So you need to have a trade license or not, you can just answer it. And then you can move to the next unit. So as simple as that, I finished the first unit in the SME program. And then I jumped into the second unit, which is the Evolving Your Business. As you can see throughout the course, which is the Evolving Your Business course, you have the course modules right here. You can expand it. So now I am in the business strategy unit, where there's a video about the business strategy, and I can read about the essentials of the business strategy and what are the key points of them before starting to answer the below action plan questions. So the first action plan question will be, what is your business website? So for my website, I just enter it right here. And then what is my mission? So since I really like fitness and it is my passion, so my mission is to enhance the quality life in the communities. So I just type in my mission and what I want to achieve out of it. And then there is a question of what is the most important goal of the year. So of course, it's every one of us, it's everyone's goal to increase sales and subscriptions into your platforms and to increase your revenue. So once I'm done, I just click on Save Answers. And please note that these answers, I can refer to them at any time throughout the program and edit my answers. Then below, there's the survey question. So that is, has your mission changed after COVID? I think everyone's mission did, because due to COVID, everyone is looking to digitize and to move online. So there is in every unit the dictate per section, which you can at any time review. There's the transcript, there's special offers and discount, as well as there are related resources which you can take into them. There are books, there are articles and templates that you can download, which will help you throughout your journey. And there's a chat below that you can chat with entrepreneurs that are already online in the platform. So I click on the next unit and move on to the third one, which is the innovative offer to increase sales. And we all love sales, right? So basically, this is a video to let you know how to start your business. And then after that, we identify the 4 steps in developing the next innovation. So you can read them here, or you can jump into the transcript below. Then there's the action plan, which I'm going to answer. So the first one, what challenges are preventing you from increasing your revenue? Of course, it's COVID. I think everyone was thinking the same. And due to the lockdown, especially for a business that they need to be opened up. The second one is the 10 ideas that can help you increase your revenue. So for me, I'm just going to list 3 ideas. You can list as many as you want and edit them later. For me, it is developing an online platform for home workouts and meal plans. And then the third one is how you can quickly develop or prototype. Of course, I'm going to focus on the website as a first step in order to start to generate quick revenue. Then after finishing the action plan, I jump into the survey question. I just answer them quickly. So I'm just going to answer, what do I provide as a service? And then I'm going to move into the next unit. Of course, as you can see that as long as I'm going, I'm gaining points, right? And of course, you're going to be excited later on how I'm going to use these points. So I jumped into the 4th unit, which is the online marketing campaign, which will help you know about the important steps of any marketing campaign. You will learn these steps, and then after it, you can reach into the action plan again. And there's the question about the target customer segment. Of course, people in the fitness industry, for my case, are people that I care about, and these are my customers. And then what is the value proposition that you provide? So basically, I need to provide a subscription-based platform that everyone can subscribe into the fitness programs, meal preps, and there's going to be something related to AI to track their fitness level every day, and they can and it is integrated with their trackers. So in case they have a fitness tracker and a notification system, that they will keep them motivated and on track, especially on lockdown. So here are my answers also for the survey question. I submit and move on to the next unit. And as you can see, the process is quite simple. All the units, they have the same structure, the same kind of flow. So it's very easy for you to go in and finish it up at your own pace. So now I'm in the project management unit. There's a video, of course. I'm not going to go into more details. I'm just going to quickly answer the action plan questions. So what is your main challenge when managing a project? Now, of course, it's time and cost. And I think most of you, they suffer with the same thing when you are managing your project. You need to find people that are efficient, people that are passionate as well. They have the same passion as you, and you want to work together on this business idea. So, and here is the survey question. Do you need a part-time project management? Of course, it's really good to have a part-time project management to support me and to give me more ideas and insights about my whole journey. Then I'm going to proceed into the ICT unit, which is the ICT setup. Just to remind you that at any point I can expand right here and go into the units you have. I'm in unit 6, so 3 more units to go. And there is the ICT unit. We learn more about the ICT environment and what is basically ICT. And then there's the action plan. So which aspect of your online presence do you need to enhance? So of course, coming from a store, let's say, or kind of gym or a studio, I don't have something that is online or virtual for people to use. So the main thing is the hosting plus the accounting system for the gym. So because of the lockdown, I can't actually go to the gym and do a paperwork. So what I need right now is an accounting system to follow up on all the accounting for the gym, and then the list of software applications, if any. So of course, oh sorry, I think I answered reverse. So maybe here are the things that I want to enhance, and then I save my answers. So of course, as you know, that since there is lockdown everywhere, you really need to move digitally and to enhance your sales. So I'm going to move into the next unit, which is the company financials. This one actually stresses out every one of you. I'm 100% sure when you hear the word financials. So basically, what are the things you need to do to reduce your costs? So as a service that I want to provide online, and actually I used to have it face-to-face, which is like everyone can go in as a regular client into the gym. Everything that needs to do is face-to-face, which means like I need people. I need as well a studio so I can pay the rent. So I need to pay less if I want to move digitally. I don't have to rent the studio anymore. Everything is gonna be online for the time being. And what are the ways which you can generate more cash for your operations? Of course, is accepting payment online, because if there is no payments online, it's going to be really a hassle for people to subscribe and for me to give them access into the online fitness programs. Do you need a cloud-based accounting software? Of course, that was my main target for me because I really need it. And then let's move into the last unit, which is the funding and financing. So for the funding and financing unit, you will learn, of course, more steps about the funding and how to talk actually to funders and get funding. And then there's the action plan question. Before talking to banks or investors, which aspects do you need to improve? Financial strategy or market position? Of course, for me, there are all of them actually, the financial strategy and the market position for now. Because as I mentioned before, I really need someone to help me with the market position, and I need a project manager, the accounting system, as well as a strategy to set up for my business. Then after answering the whole action plan questions, you are wondering, what are you going to get after that? So after answering everything, I can actually download the certificate. Yes, we did receive too many questions. How can I download the certificate? So here it is. Once you finish the Evolving Your Business course, you click on download certificate. Don't hesitate to share it on your LinkedIn, on your social media accounts, so you can just share it. You can take a snapshot of it, download it as a PDF. And then there's the action plan template below, where you can generate your own customized action plan template that you can share later actually with your expert session. So this is my answer and the questions. Of course, if you want to edit any answer, you can go back to the platform, to this specific unit, and then you can edit your answer. Now let's jump into the dashboard. So as I finish the main course, I can either click here to access the dashboard in the survey question part or in the header above. So I go into the dashboard, and as you can see, we give you 150 points for you once you finish the main course. That means you can really book your first expert session for free. So in the dashboard, you can see the core track, you can see the digitize your business section. So you can start to learn about digital marketing, content, and there are the program offers. And as you can see, we have most of them from AWS. We have SME financials. As I'm interested in setting up my own accounting software, I can reveal the coupon here and the program discount will be applied so I can proceed into the product. You can see too many products from Cisco, from Aramex, for shipments from GoDaddy. Even if I want to set up my own website, I can actually reveal this offer and go buy it in the SME marketplace. And then I can use my points even to have access for more courses about future job skills or sales development bundle. There are partner content and as well as experts, which you can book an appointment with them. So for me, I need strategy, as I pointed out earlier. So I can book an appointment, for example, with Monica, Ziad, Tony, or anyone else. And then after booking the appointment, I can leave a review for the expert. Thanks a lot, everyone. And if you have any questions, please feel free to do that in the chat box, or if you are on YouTube, and we'll answer them at the end of the session. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Lujain, for that. So as you could see, that took about 10 minutes, while even Lujain was explaining some of the parts for him to close and finish that first segment of the platform course or track, which is around evolving your business. As you can see in how Lujain filled up his action plan, that process of filling up your action plan is how you start to develop your digital strategy. And the platform guides you through that, as you could see, in a very simple way. There's a lot of additional resources that Lujain didn't go into, the dig deeper sections, the videos explain much more. So you could spend more time, but at the same time, it's a very efficient process. And the important thing is you can keep on going back to the content if you want to adjust your action plan and update it. So thanks a lot, Lujain, for that. And we will be doing different examples of small, mini businesses, like the gym example that Lujain gave in other sessions. For now, I'm going to move on to a next session. So this session is going to be about highlighting the digital strategy tips that you could basically use. And here's a nice saying I'd like to kick it off with. So when digital transformation is done right, it's like a caterpillar turning into a butterfly. But when done wrong, all you really get is a fast caterpillar. So this is George Westerman from MIT. A very nice quote, because we see this happen a lot where companies who are going into digital transformation, they focus on sometimes the bells and whistles and the fancy things that might be promoted in a technology, and they miss a very important aspect. So the important step that you need to do first when you're working on any digital transformation is to ensure that you are focusing on not the technology. So you don't want to get caught up with the details, the nitty-gritties, the bells and whistles, because that's not what's important. What is important? Tell me on the chat, please. What is important? The important thing is to increase sales and reduce costs. That's what's really important in any business. And that is really the need of any business. So what do we mean by that when you're looking at increasing sales by digitizing? You could basically take your marketing campaigns and put them all online instead of spending money on billboards or physical advertising. These days, digital marketing is very efficient to basically reach your target audience. You could reach them geographically, you could reach them based on demographics, you could analyze all of the details of your marketing campaigns. So that's a very important first step in moving your marketing campaigns digitally, and this way you get much better return on that marketing campaign. The other thing is moving your communications online. So in the previous days, you'd focus on doing some press releases, talking to media, going out there, doing road shows. These days, social media is the best way to basically reach, again, a very big audience. You can reach it free. And we've discussed several tips in previous sessions on how to do that efficiently. The third element is lead generation. So you can generate leads even if you're not selling online, but you could generate the interest online. And that's why it's important. And the fourth step is to actually sell online, do the e-commerce and sell whatever you can online, because that's the most efficient way for you to increase sales. The other aspect of digitization that you should include in your strategy is focusing on what will help you reduce costs. So these days, moving to the cloud, as the example that Lujain was giving in his business, he wants to move his accounting to the cloud. So instead of having a software that is installed inside the firm with its infrastructure, like the servers and the storage and the people that maintain it, you could very easily move to a cloud-based IT infrastructure. The other trend that has happened because of COVID, and again, a change that we need to embrace, is hybrid work. People can work from home, people can work from the office. When you're on the cloud, when you have your ICT infrastructure, your IT infrastructure on the cloud, you can easily do that. And that helps you in saving costs, because apart from the general ICT costs that you will save, you'll also save on office space, because people can work remotely. You don't need that office space for everyone to work from the office itself. Automation is another big way to reduce costs, because there's a lot of automation tools available. And the final item is outsourcing gigs. If you can break up your projects and activities to items that could be outsourced, where you don't need as much full-time employees to handle it, that would be a great way to also save on some costs. So prioritize your business requirements, not the technical requirements first. Focus on the sales and on reducing costs. And then for each of the priority areas that you identify, pick a good digital solution. Don't spend too much time getting into the nitty-gritties and analyzing it too much. The best way is to pick a solution that isn't that expensive, that can be quickly implemented. You try it out, you fail fast so that you learn from that failure and you improve on it. And that would be a much better approach than to spend too much time just analyzing and not going in and actually getting things done. So this is another quote from Elon Musk: failure is an option here. He's talking about his business and in his environment, because if things are not failing, you're not innovating enough. So I encourage you all to fail smartly, learn from your failures, and in that process, keep on rolling it out across your business. And that would be the best guide for you to focus on your digitization strategy. So now to move on to the next section, I'm going to introduce Omaima. Omaima is a young entrepreneur that has come out of one of our other programs we have with entrepreneurship. She's going to be leading this session about Did You Know? Over to you, Omaima.
Thank you, Shadi. Hi, everyone. I'm Omaima. I'm joining you from Bahrain, and I'll be your host of the Did You Know and newsworthy segments of the Entrepreneur Empowerment Series, where we share useful insights and news to help you spot opportunities. Let's start today with updating you about a recent survey that MasterCard did called the MasterCard Recovery Insights, where they looked at how e-commerce grew during the pandemic. An additional $900 billion was spent at online retailers globally in 2020 as COVID-19 kept consumers at home. Across the world, e-commerce made up roughly $1 out of every $5 spent on retail in 2020, up from about $1 out of every $7 spent in 2019. Moving on, as you can see in this global chart, the growth in online shopping took place all over the world. So e-commerce provided a COVID lifeline for retailers globally and looks certain to continue beyond the pandemic, as people will value the convenience and ease of buying that they have become used to. Are you ready to make use of the online commerce boom? Are you selling online? If not selling, are you capturing online leads? If not, you can use the resources and experts in the SME Empowerment Program to help you do so. When CEOs were asked, another study actually that I'd like to refer to is the recent PwC, the consulting firm, a CEO study. And when CEOs were asked, do you believe global economic growth will improve, stay the same, or decline over the next 12 months? 76% of CEOs stated that they expect the global economic growth to improve. Most CEOs were also very confident that their revenue will increase in the next 12 months. That's a good sign. On another note, however, CEOs showed that they see cyber threats are the second biggest risk on their growth prospects. So make sure that your organization is prepared for the security risks. If you check the ICT offers and solutions on the SME Empowerment platform, which you can access on potential.com/SME, You can find various resources and free trials from our partner, Cisco, to help secure your infrastructure. That's it from my side for this week, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you.
Thank you, Omaima. Great tips. And we look forward to always hearing from you over the coming weeks about the great insights that we could make use of. Next, I'd like to introduce Farah. Farah is an entrepreneur. So in this segment where we have entrepreneurs connecting with entrepreneurs, we'd like to hear from Farah. She's going to give us some positivity tips that we would all make use of. Farah, over to you, and thanks for joining.
Thank you, Shadi. Hi, everyone. Thank you for having me. It's an absolute pleasure being here with you today. I'm going to share with you 5 positivity tips that I basically use, that I remind myself of regularly, because one of the most important things in business is to have a positive mindset, to be able to overcome the challenges.
Farah, sorry to interrupt you, but your screen is not straight. It's not showing straight. So if you want to turn your phone to portrait
okay
mode,
okay.
yes,
I'm gonna
that's
turn
perfect.
it to portrait
And
mode.
if you could start again from the beginning, so later on when we cut it up, we basically do it in the right way. Great, Farah. Over to you again.
Okay,
Perfect.
So hi everyone. It's a pleasure being with you here today. So I'm gonna share with you 5 positivity tips that I myself use, that I myself remind myself of regularly, because one of the most important things in business is to have a positive mindset, to be able to face the challenges, to face the obstacles that we face along the way. So let's get started. Tip number 1, set realistic goals. And I have a question for you. How realistic are the goals that you are setting for your business? Always ensure that there is a realistic chance that you're going to achieve the business goal that you set in your business, because this will help you stay motivated. This will give you a feeling of encouragement, and this will allow you to achieve even more and more and give better. So there is realistic goals, keep you motivated, give you that feeling of encouragement. Set realistic goals, plan, put a detailed plan, work hard, achieve these goals, and celebrate your achievements no matter how small you think it is. Always celebrate your achievements before you move on to achieving other goals. Second tip, do not let failure stop you. Fall 10 times, but stand up 11 and try again. Failure provides lessons. Failure provides benefits. Failure provides experience for entrepreneurs. And if you look at it from a positive perspective, it will put you in the mindset that allows you to keep on trying. Failure is very important because there's no one that's able to experience success without experiencing failure. So by understanding the importance of failure, by determining the reasons why it may have happened, and by learning from it, you will be able to develop and benefit your business a lot on the long term. So, third step, always look back at your progress. Whenever you feel demotivated, whenever you feel you are stuck in a dead end, whenever you feel that you are not moving forward, always remind yourself, look back at your progress to remind yourself of how far you've come. Saying the right things that you've done, saying the right decisions that you've taken, and seeing the progress that you've made will motivate you to keep on pushing, no matter how hard the road ahead is, no matter how hard the obstacles you're facing are. And keep in mind that slow progress is still progress, and that success is the outcome of the right baby steps that we take day after day. Moving on, tip number 4, do not focus on the problem, focus on the solution. We will always face problems. We will always have a problem to solve in our business. That's life, full of ups and downs. And when it comes to business, whenever we face a problem, we have 2 choices: either quit or face this problem. But who would want to quit? Quitting means giving up on your dreams, giving up on your goals, and giving up on your purpose in life. So face your problems. I look at a problem that I might be facing as a gift to realize my capabilities, a gift to use my critical thinking and problem solving skills, a gift to learn something new. So, whenever you're facing problems, focus on finding a solution rather than always focusing on the problem itself. Last tip for today, last positivity tip, take a break, take a vacation, take a day off. And spending a day off at home while reading emails, replying to emails related to work is not considered a day off. Spend time with your friends, spend time with your family, do whatever you like. It may be going to the beach, walking in the nature, doing your hobbies, painting, whatever that you like. Spend your day off doing these things. You have to do that. You deserve to do that, and you need to do that. And this will help boost your productivity and help you recharge for your coming days of work. So these were the 5 tips or 5 positivity tips for entrepreneurs. Thank you.
Farah, thank you very much for that. We all can use some positivity, and I'm happy to always hear from you and your positive energy. Good luck with your work. For those that are interested to get in touch with Farah even more, she's going to be an expert in the expert session, talking about expert in coaching, positivity. So you can access from the platform and get in touch with Farah at that stage. Great. So thanks everyone. I could see we have many people coming from different places. I mentioned a few of those places, and we see them more. Someone from Kuwait, Balvinder, and Aline from Benin. Great to have you all with us, in addition to the rest that have joined. Egypt, Russia, excellent. And we also have from Pakistan, Dubai, Qatar, Nigeria, Lebanon, Bangladesh, KSA, Tunisia, Kenya. Great to have you all with us. So we're at the Q&A session. Thanks, Balvinder, for that great feedback about the great session. We always try to make these sessions really efficient and effective. So any tips or anything that you'd like us to talk about in upcoming sessions, please put them in the chat. I've got a few questions that we got from, it seems, the live stream. So one of the questions is the comprehensive, so they're talking about, are the courses basically free? So yes, all of the courses are free. All of the resources that are available are free, and you can benefit from them. There are many courses that are being updated regularly. So we also had another request from Ayaz on the webinar saying, does the platform provide a roadmap for new startups to follow? So definitely there's a lot of resources that help you guide, like the example you saw in today's webinar where Lujain went through the program to develop his digital strategy. That action plan approach is reflected in many different courses. The other question is about action plans. Will they be curated by experts? So the action plans are for you to continuously revise and update yourselves, like Lujain was doing in the example. But you could share that action plan when you generate it. You could share it with an expert, and the expert will then go through it with you. You could highlight to the expert what are the areas that you have concerns about or you'd like a second opinion about. But after you've already done your thinking and documented it in the action plan, it becomes easier for you to communicate it with your expert, and it will guide the expert to know what to focus on as they go in. So with regards to another question I could see here on the experts, are they free of charge? So the expert sessions initially are free of charge for 15 minutes. Basically, you could have you could redeem your points like you saw earlier, and the points are collected. So every 70 points, you could redeem it for an expert session, which is initially free. But follow-up expert sessions, if you'd want to have them with those experts, you'd need to agree with them and take it offline in terms of if you feel good about the expert and how they could support you, they could actually take that forward. So the other question I could see here is, what are the other benefits upon completion of all courses? So this is an ongoing program. There are many benefits that continuously are added. So you could see that there are free offers. So even if you want to make use of a free offer that's available, there are new offers that will be added as we go along, many experts, and there's a lot more content coming into the program. So the more you engage with the content, and the more you create your action plans, etc., the more points you collect that you could use for other kind of things. So it's an ongoing activity, and like we said, we want to customize and focus on new topics based on your interests. So if you've got any specific suggestion, let us know about it. To stay true to our timely event, we want to try to wrap it up now, but please join us next week. We're going to have a session next week on innovation. And as we do in all of these sessions, keep us updated about what you want to hear about. And what are any questions that you have, you could reach out to us on sme@potential.com with any of your questions. I'd like to thank you very much for joining us. I hope this was worth your time, and hope you have a great evening, great morning, great afternoon, wherever you are joining us from. Thank you, Farah and Omaima, for participating. And one final poll we're doing, you could see a poll has popped up in front of you. Do let us know if you've registered already into the platform, the potential.com/SME platform, or not yet. And if you're facing any kind of difficulties, again, use the email SMEEP@potential.com to reach out. Thanks, Johnson, for your feedback. Thank you for the insightful seminar. Uwaisal, I'm not sure if I pronounced that well. Thank you very much to you as well. Ayaz, thank you very much. Thanks for the, Ayaz is saying, thanks, very useful session, highly appreciated. We appreciate also your participation. Thank you, Rayan from